You know, as an adult, one of the things that come with being a mature adult is understanding when you're ready for certain things. Whether it's a serious relationship, bringing children into this world, getting married, etc., etc. Now, I wanted to talk about this kid out of Chicago, Bryeon Hunter. I mean, it's a sad story. I've seen a couple of videos here on YouTube. Everybody's talking about it. Now, this young kid's mother basically got pissed off because he was not potty trained for whatever reasons. Maybe she didn't want to take the time out, or maybe he just wasn't ready. Kids learn to do things at different times. And she gets pissed off, frustrated, whoops the shit out of the kid, beats the shit out of him, kills the kid, and then dumps his body in the river. Then she beats herself up and goes to the police and say 3 stocky Hispanic males beat her up and kidnapped her kid. Now, when I heard this story, I was like, this is some bullshit. First of all, me studying law in college, right away the story didn't sound right. It sounded like a bunch of bullshit. It sounded like she was, for one, either covering something up or knew who had her son, but just was protecting them. And going back to what I said about being an adult and knowing what you're ready for. If you are not ready to take care of a child, stop opening your legs. Wear a condom. Get on birth control. Or better yet, don't have sex at all until you find someone that you would not mind having a child with. Because every time you lay down with someone, you run a chance of having a child with them, even if you wear protection. But it's just this story really sad because this kid here, cute kid too. Not that means anything, but I'm just saying, it's sad because this young man is not gonna get a chance to start school, have his first girlfriend, drive his first car, etc., etc. And it's like every week it seems like we hearing about a young black child that was neither gunned down or dying from some senseless violence. Now this bitch here, needs to be put under the jail because I don't know where this child's father is at. Maybe she was a single parent. I think she is a single parent, but she needs to be put under the jail because for you to be so evil and so frustrated to the point where you take your child out because they're not potty trained, which is your responsibility and a job that you were supposed to do as a responsible parent, you need to be put under the jail. And it's situations like this that I stay in LA and there's a lot of gang stuff that goes on, and it's stories like this that feed into the whole black against Mexican thing, because there's been several crimes that have happened in LA where Hispanic men will attack a black woman or vice versa, and what happened is that all through the inner cities or whatever, maybe just within any community, you have black people looking at Hispanics funny. You have the Hispanics looking at black people funny. And it creates violence. And you have a lot of just random shooting and stuff because people are frustrated at what another race has done to one of their people. Especially when it's something like this. When you say that, 3 Hispanic males beat you up and took your child. Well, you got a lot of brothers out there that's not going to play that bullshit. They're going to hunt in the streets to find these 3 so-called Hispanic males who attacked you and took your child. And it just causes a big commotion, these type of things happen all the time in LA. It just cause a lot of friction, and it probably doesn't happen like that in other cities because it's not as big and it's not as, cultural with the gang lifestyle and everything. But these type of things, go on certain race wars that go on in certain neighborhoods out here in LA. And just besides that, this woman here, she really needs to go to hell. She needs to be put under the jail cell, and she needs to be dealt with. And God bless the family that I'm sure this child had family members that loved him, cared about him, and his life was cut down short because his mother did not want to take care of her responsibility or got frustrated over something simple as the child not being potty trained. And this goes back to why we had to have two-parent households. You don't for my brothers out there, don't create a child and just say, oh, what the hell, whatever, as long as I buy them some Jordans and I pay my child support, I'm good. No, you need to be in that child's life. You need to make sure that that child is being raised right. Don't just think because that's his mother, everything is going to be cool. Because a lot of times what happens with a lot of single mothers is that they'll have a son and they're angry at the baby's father because he's not in the life, or he left her, or he dogged her out, or he used to beat on her while she was pregnant, etc., etc. And what happens is that a lot of times they see that son, and that son is the image of the father. And a lot of times they take out their aggression on that son. They call, oh, you just like your daddy, you a piece of shit, you ain't gonna be nothing. And these type of things, after a while, a child starts to feed into them, and they start to walk around like they're not shit. They start to have a careless mindset as if they can't do anything or be a productive citizen in society. So you really have to be in your child's life, and that's women and males. You have to understand the imperative of you being in your child's life and making sure that that child grows up with a future and has a good mindset, especially them being black. But that's pretty much what I want to say about it. I think it's a sad situation. I will leave a link in the description box for you guys that want to check out the full story. And I've been hearing a lot of people saying, oh, this is what black women do. Black women don't know how to raise their kids. Man, shut the fuck up. This is one of the few things that a few black women that are nutty out here and decide to take out a child because she couldn't be a parent. We don't have record numbers of black women that are just taking out their kids for the hell of it. They're out there, but they're also all white single mothers out there that are killing their kids. And we know that for a fact. I can't even name how many white single mothers or maybe they weren't even single, get pulled the family van around, say, hey, come on, get in the van, take their ass down to the lake and kill all the kids. So I don't want to hear that bullshit. People talking about this is what black women do. Black women is destructive. Black women don't do this, because that's bullshit. Because the black women have been holding up a lot of black men's responsibilities for years now. So let's get off that bullshit. This is one incident of a trifling ass woman who did not want to take care of her responsibility, just was immature and really didn't deserve to be a parent. Yeah, you have women out here right now that would kill to have a child to love and raise and be concerned about. But that's all I want to say. Y'all give me y'all feedback if you want. Whatever. I just wanted to put my 2 cents out there. And, this woman definitely needs to be dealt with. And for you guys that's out there that you're not in the financial state you want to be in, you're not mentally where you need to be at, you're not emotionally where you need to be at, don't bring any kids into this world. Because we living in a cold world right now, and you really got to have your head strapped on before you think about bringing kids into the world. So, that's all I wanted to say, but I'm out. Peace.